Good morning or afternoon, shoppers. Now, I fancy some dumplings. Now, I fancy some beef with dumplings. So thankfully, Lidl have got just the product for me. I believe it's new, so I'm going to give it a try. See if you like this. So, similar to the previous episode, we've got Chef Select beef casserole and dumplings. Tender British beef and vegetables in a rich red wine gravy this time, topped with 2 herb dumplings. 450 grams per pack. We're talking 570 calories. That's insane. So I'm going to get this bad boy open. Now, just looking to see if it's got the red tractor symbol on this one. Now, I don't see it. So maybe the beef is going to be worse quality this time. We're going to have a look. I can see it's British beef, but it's not red tractor beef. Will that make a difference? Let's have a gander. Now, immediately you can see that the dumplings are pretty big. Obviously, it doesn't look very appetizing when it's not cooked. So let's have a look at the cooking instructions. So again, you can oven cook this, or you can pop it in the microwave, which is what I'm going to do. So place it on a plate, microwave full power for 3 minutes. Carefully peel back the lid, gently stir, try not to break the dumplings. Back on for another 2.5 minutes, and then allow it for a minute. So let's give it a try. So this goes on for 3 minutes. Pop it straight in the microwave, on for 3 minutes. In the meantime, let's have a look at these ingredients. So again, British beef and vegetables in a red wine gravy topped with herb dumplings. We've got 23% beef, 18% dumplings, and that's about it really. You can see you've got beef bone stock, water, lemon juice, beef fat. So there's a bit of beef fat and some garlic puree. Interesting. So we should get a nice amount of flavour. So again, these are refrigerated ones. I'm just seeing, can you freeze them? Not suitable for home freezing. So no, you can't freeze these. I believe it's because of the dumplings. And as usual, be careful because these are dumplings, the steam will be pretty hot. Now, they do actually look pretty good. I'm not sure if it's going to look like that. Again, you can kind of tell that these are designed to be put in the oven, so I have got my reservations. But really my argument is that if you're going to be making these, who's got the time to be putting these in the oven? You may as well then just make something from scratch or buy some fresh varieties that are a bit more bougie. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this would be just as good. So, microwave has gone pink. Let's get it out. Okay, so got to carefully peel back the lid. Try not to burn myself. Right. Oh, well that's helpful, isn't it? Just comes away. Let's try this side. Oh, no. Okay, this lid is absolutely useless. I'm going to have to use my knife. Break into it. So far, not so good. You can't get into the plastic. So how are you supposed to... It just peels around the outside. Maybe I get a sharp knife. This is not looking good so far for this, when you have to stab it with a knife to be able to get in it. Unless that's what it's designed to do, but I doubt it. Right. Oh, okay. Right, so gently peel back, it says. Give it a stir. It does smell pretty good. Doesn't look amazing, but again, it says try and stir it without breaking up the dumplings, which is difficult in itself. Right. I'd say that's well stirred. Right, and put this back in the microwave for another 2.5 minutes. Now, while I'm waiting for my food, let me know in the comments, do you like microwavable food? And that's pretty much a trick question, because who in their right mind would choose microwavable food, right? But actually, you're seeing these days, there's more and more supermarkets that are deciding to make really simple variety meals that just pop straight in the microwave. You can freeze them, keep them in the fridge for days, they last forever. They're full of preservatives, admittedly, but is the taste really that good? Because some of them are actually working out pretty cheap. In fact, some are cheaper than making the meal themselves. I'll show you some more examples over the coming weeks, so you need to get subscribed. But in the meantime, this is almost ready. Okay, here we go. Here's your beef casserole type thing. Your beef stew with dumplings, I suppose is what you'd call it. Now, let's have a look. So, as you can see, plenty of herbs. Now, I have worked out what that 1 minute timer is that you leave it to stand for. is to remove this blooming plastic film. It's almost impossible to get off. You can see I've still got little edge bits here. It's almost impossible, but it does look fairly good. Let's give it a little bit of a, ooh, very thick gravy. Remember, this is red wine gravy. It's very thick. So let's give that a minute, and I'm going to give it a taste test. Now, if you haven't watched my previous video, that was about a roast dinner, similar, from Lidl. But I made one mistake, and I'm not going to make that mistake now. I'm going to add salt and pepper before I begin. I'm going to keep it in the packet because I haven't got a bowl big enough for it. So I'm going to use this, a little tray. Add some salt and pepper. So, what do I think so far? Well, so far, it looks pretty good. The gravy looks very, very thick. It looks like it's got some kind of carrots in. So what else does it actually have in it? It's got swede, carrot, onion, red wine, tomato paste, beef stock. Okay, so you have with a little bit of swede and carrot and onion. So I can see little bits of it. It's not massive chunks like I would kind of expect. So let's give this gravy a taste. You know, that's not that bad. Okay, I could get on board with that. That's not too bad. Considering it's quite a lot of gravy, you'd hope that you'd like the gravy. Right, just make sure dumplings are hot in the middle. That's fine. They do smell a bit strange though. I can't put my finger on it as to what they smell like, but they don't smell the greatest. But let's try a little bit because they'll be very hot. Not that great. It's kind of very, very stodgy, which you'd expect from a dumpling, right? Dumplings are supposed to be this, but it's a little bit too doughy for my liking. Okay. I'm going to show you a little bit closer up. Come here. So, this is your dumpling. As you can see, there's the kind of stodgy mixture. It's not got a lot of flavour to it, but it's all right. I mean, texture-wise, it's not the greatest. But if you put it with a bit of the gravy, not too bad. Remember, you get 2 large dumplings. Let's give it a try again. Needs to be in the oven, in my opinion. For the purposes of this video, and because I like you lot, I'm going to put it on a plate. So let's see how this goes. It's a little bit difficult because I don't want to burn myself. You can see how much I actually get. Oh yeah, there's beef in the bottom. Completely forgot about the beef. It's all the way at the bottom, so you can't even see it. Right, apologies for the camera angle. Just bear with me one moment. Right, this is how much food you get. Now, you see little chunks of beef. The beef is absolutely tiny. I'm not looking forward to the beef, but let's try a little bit first because they're only in small chunks. Yeah, it's chewy. Oh, that's chewy, all right. Remember, it's just that bit. Remember, I got a bit of fat. Try again. No, it's all chewy. Oh. Oh. How much was this? Let's have a look. So if we're looking at how much this was, beef casserole, £2.59. This is more expensive than the roast dinner that I had previously. Again, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it at the end. There'll be a link. Let's try a little bit of this. Is it swede? Okay, that's all right. Don't mind the swede. Let's try a bit of swede and carrot. Not too bad. It's not too sweet. So, let's talk flavours wise. So, these beef dumplings are very, very bland. I can taste a little bit of the herbiness to them, but not a great amount. I still think it'd be better in. I still think it'd be better done in the oven. The carrots and swede, just carrots and swede. The gravy is actually quite nice. It is missing something though. It's missing a bit of a kick to it. Although it has got red wine in it, so it does kind of balance out the flavours a little bit. But in terms of the beef, it's just too chewy. So, This is how much I've left, so about maybe half of a dumpling. Pretty much most of the meat. There's an awful lot of gravy there. The question is would I recommend it? And if you want my honest answer, no, I don't think so. The dumplings don't have any flavour. They're way too bland. There's absolutely no flavour to them at all, so ignore them. But that's pretty much most of the meal. You can't really avoid the dumplings because that's the whole point of it. It's a casserole with dumplings. Ultimately, it's not been a great experience. I wasn't looking forward to this one, not gonna lie. And especially with the beef not being red tractor beef, you can actually tell the difference. There's a hell of a lot more chewy sections to it. It's just not great texture overall. But if you want to try something that actually I did enjoy, check out this beef roast dinner from Lidl's. It's actually worth it. Or is it? Until then, swap a shopper out. Ciao.